views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in, then squeeze banana. Now I'm off from streaming on Monday, and I know that when I am not here streaming, a lot of people just don't know what to do with themselves. It's like, you know, normally I'm here, I'm consistently here putting out streams and content for you every single day, and some people just can't handle when I'm not here, and they kind of like, you know, they kind of like hold themselves like this, and they start to shake back and forth like this uncontrollably. They don't know, and then they oh, where's Phil? Where's Phil? Good. Of course, February will be exactly the opposite. In February, it's going to be new release, new release, new release, new release, new release, new release. Oh my God, how do I play all these new releases at once? So enjoy the freedom of the more chill, relaxed atmosphere around here. Enjoy the Game Pass stuff while we can, because, man, things are going to explode next month that are going to be way different. We're going to have people coming to the streams who haven't been here in a long time because they're going to be here for the new releases, and it's going to be zany and crazy, okay? So what we're going to do on today's pre-stream, we're going to make this more interactive. Here's what we're doing. I'm going to do shout-outs for those who've contributed and update the leaderboard. Once we get through that, we're then going to open it up to people just to talk for a bit. I really don't have anything else to talk about on pre-stream today. It's kind of a dead day for game news and everything. Let me give you a perspective. The biggest news for today in the gaming world, God of War released on PC. God of War from 2018. And it had like 60,000 concurrent players. And people are saying that's a big success. It's the second biggest Sony game ever on PC. Previously, the biggest one was Horizon Zero Dawn, which had like maybe another 5,000 to 10,000 concurrent players or whatever. But people are like, oh, it's such a beautiful version of the game. It runs beautifully. It looks great. And I'm like, the game's fucking 4 years old. Who cares? That's like saying, oh, did you know Super Mario Bros. 3 runs great on PC? Yeah, who fucking cares? The game is old as shit, right? I like Super Mario 3, but it's not a fucking giant deal when an old game is running today. Who cares? To me, it's like non-news, but people on PC are such a group of people that are so centric around just PC news and PC gaming that anything that happens on PC, you know what I'm saying? Like, they freak out and it becomes like main page news. It's like, no, it's not. It's a fucking 4-year-old game. Who fucking cares that it's on PC? I certainly don't, and no one else should either, but these people freak out like it's some kind of big fucking news because they just sit there all day waiting for something on PC, you see? One thing that I should say, guys, and I haven't said it in a very long time, okay? I will say it should be common sense in the modern day, but sadly, a lot of people don't realize this, so I will go ahead and emphasize it again. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I urge you for your own sakes, okay? Be careful with the information that you put on the internet. Be careful with what you say and do, but also the real life ties that you have from your online persona to anything you have in person. I should take my own advice, huh? And allow me to explain. In the modern day, so many people have social media accounts like a Facebook or an Instagram or a Twitter or a TikTok or a MySpace or a Friendster or, you know, whatever it may be. AOL Instant Messenger, right? Whatever you may use for social media purposes, interaction with other people or whatever. So many people seem to think it is safe to put your private, real-life information on the net because they feel like, oh, I'm a nobody, right? I'm not anyone on the internet who's going to get any kind of prominence, who's going to get any kind of attention or following, so who cares, right? I'll put all my private information up on the internet. It's not a big deal. I hate to tell you this, guys. Sadly, this is not the case, and I wish it were. I wish that we could all just be safe and have a good time on the internet. It's not. The internet is the Wild West right now, and what I mean by that, there are very few protections on the internet from people harassing you when they get your hands on your information. A lot of people on the internet are very malicious. This guy was rose, it was goes, I was sucking that stuff into my nose, and I want you to get back there, back there, smiling in the pictures you would take. And if they can find ways to mess with you, they will, just because they can. So you would think, oh, well, maybe if I was like a prominent businessman and I was rich, someone would try to steal my identity and then impersonate me to open up a bunch of accounts and get a bunch of stolen money and shit. No. Actually, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter who you are. It really doesn't. these people are so messed up in the head that they will go out of their way to mess with you just because they can. There's no rhyme, no reason, no actual explanation. They're not going to get anything positive or beneficial out of it. They just do it because they can get away with it. They get some kind of a sick internal pleasure knowing that they somehow messed with someone on the internet. Even if they don't even see the end game result of what they've done, they'll still do it. That's how messed up some people on this planet are. And I hate to say it, but yeah, I personally have been the victim of this many, many times over the years. But I'm a public persona, right? I put myself out every day on the internet, on these streams, on a podcast, in gameplay. I'm kind of a target, and I put my face on camera every day, and I become a target for that shit, right?
Man, whew, this pure grain alcohol is really strong. I love it.
And I can tell you guys, even prominently knowing that this is an issue and I'm a target, and putting safeguards into place for myself, still people have found ways around shit that's out of my control. Still, even with knowing everything, I got redundancy on security that I've got on websites and accounts, and people still have found ways to get into shit because, sadly, I hate to say it, we are still in the wild west of the digital world. Maybe in 10, 20 years' time, things will change. Maybe there'll actually be authorities who police the internet and take care of shit like this. There'll be better security in place for various sites and or things that there's no way anyone can mess with you. Right now, that is very much not the case. Even if you do everything you possibly can to protect yourself and your own information and your identity and all your shit, it doesn't mean you're protected. So what I always tell everyone, or what I used to tell everyone back on Twitch, I used to do this almost daily on Twitch, because Twitch is now gone. And the last thing that I ever want to hear, and it's kind of a bad feeling, it's almost a horror story for me, is to hear that someone who I know from streams or whatever has been harassed. And in particular, if you're someone who comes to my streams and you support the streams in a big way, you know, you come and you tip, or you do membership and super chat. So Life for Soul, oh God. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Fuck. Okay.